I have a delicious vegan stir fry for you today. And if you are not a lover of tofu, I was really not either, but I have a few really good tofu recipes on my site that can make a tofu lover out of you. So I started with a block of really firm tofu, and I just want to cut it into cubes. Now somebody on TikTok actually told me if you tear tofu into kind of ragged, rugged looking pieces, you actually get more crispy edges, which is my goal with tofu. I'm just gonna go standard route this time, cutting into cubes, kind of roughly. And then in here, I have cornstarch, a little bit of salt, and coolest pepper grinder ever. I'll put the link to this in my site. My daughter got these for me for salt and pepper grinders for Christmas. They're pretty cool. But then anyway, my tofu cubes go into the bag of cornstarch, and I'm gonna give them a good shake. And I like this method because, sorry to waste a bag, but there's no cleanup. And if you don't want to use the bag, I totally understand that. If you want to be a little bit more eco-friendly, I do my part when I can. Press a little bit of air out of that and just go really nice with all the shaky. Get them nice and well coated. And then I'm going to put them on my tray that I've lined with parchment paper, my good friend parchment paper. Easy cleanup, folks. I buy 200 sheets at a time off Amazon. I'll link to this below too, but I love it. And then I just dump those tofu slices on there. Dump is such an elegant word. Okay, it's the end of a super long work day and we're tired, so we just go for quick methods. I'm gonna drizzle this with a little bit of oil just to help the process along of making these nice and golden and delicious. And we'll put them in my 425 oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Next in the process is just prepping the veg. And what I have here is a red bell pepper. This is kind of a small one, and honestly, any veggie that you like will work for you. Use what you have on hand. This is a waste not, want not kind of economy. Then I have mushrooms. This is about half a pack. And baby bellas, which are my favorite, were not available at my local grocer. So I just got white button mushrooms, whatever mushrooms. Super forgiving this recipe is. Could I have not picked a smaller knife for this task? This is a big one, but I have a whole set that I absolutely love. I will link to those below, but this is Calphalon. It's a really good quality, budget-friendly knife set. It won't cost you like $100 a blade or more, like some of the Henkels and things do. This was my first really good set, and it's worked for me very, very well ever since. Then I have a bit of a red onion, probably half of a super large onion. And this I want to just roughly chop. There's no judging you on your knife skills here because obviously I don't have a whole lot. I think I'm going to take a knife skills class just to amp up my game a little bit. And I'm just putting everything on my mise en place plate. Mise en place, everything in place, and especially when you do a stir fry, everything has to be ready to go super quickly. So I think that's everything. I have my sugar snap peas, and the only thing I like to do with these is kind of cut them a little bit on the diagonal. I like the little green peas to spill out a little bit. And these will go in at about the last minute. They're so pretty. And I took the time to remove the little, you know, sometimes they get a little stringy end on one side of them. I don't like that at all. So if I can find that little stringy end, I'm gonna remove it. There's all my veg ready and prepped. Now I wanna make my sauce. So my sauce is equally easy, and I start with about a heaping teaspoon, depends on your spice level, of chipotle and adobo paste. Now you can see my hack on how to bring home a can of chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, blitz them up, and you have this great paste on hand in your fridge at will to just use as you need. And you don't have to worry about chopping chipotle peppers. They're all ready to go, super easy to measure out. Then I have some agave for a tiny bit of sweetness. And then also coconut aminos. I love coconut aminos. You can use soy sauce. Coconut aminos are gluten-free and also give a little bit of sweetness, I think, to the sauce. But it's gonna be so, so good. And then lime juice. I actually had cut up my lime. So I'm gonna squeeze the juice of one lime, which for me right here is 4 wedges. I had cut them up to just make some cool mocktails, and I didn't actually have an unused, uncut lime available. So it is what it is. And then all I have to do is wait for my tofu to get crispy. The stir fry will come together in minutes, and we've got the sauce ready to go. And then we're gonna put it all together. It's gonna be so yummy, and then we're gonna eat. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and turn on notifications to Taylor Kitchen. Click that bell icon below to make sure you get all the latest from us. Leave a comment. We love to hear from you, and we want to know what you want to see on Taylor Kitchen. All right, I've started in my hot skillet with my mushrooms and onions. We're going to let them cook down. I want to add in my red pepper. Nice sweet red bell pepper. Get a little bit of char on that. Give it a stir. Those look great. And then my sugar snap peas go in. Give them a quick stir because they really just need heated up. I like them to have a lot of crunch to them. All right, and then the sauce goes in, and it will also, I'm gonna put part of it on this and then part of it over my tofu. About that much for here. And this will come, oh, look at that, bubbling and getting all gooey and sticky, which is what you want with a really good stir fry. And my tofu is done. Perfect timing. That from my heat. Ah. Oh yeah. You can feel them, and you can feel that they have a really nice crispy crunchy thing going on here. I'm going to remove the tofu to my skillet. Oh, nice. Yum. For me, and then just the rest of the sauce over that. This is looking so good. I'm gonna give it just a little stir about. Wow. Nothing like crispy tofu, guys. Right, and here is my lime and mint rice. Just follow the lime and cilantro rice recipe on my website. And then, the skillet is super hot, be careful. Then I just spoon some of that tofu and veggie chipotle stir fry over the top of this, and we are golden. A few scallions just for some color, oniony crunch, and a few sesame seeds. I always love sesame seeds for that bit of Asian flair. And then chopsticks going in. Oh, wow. That is so good. That chipotle gives it a kick, but not overly much. And all those extra flavors in there with the coconut aminos. This is delicious. One delicious dish. And it came together very quickly. You have got to give this one a try. The recipe's on 2kfoodie.com.